Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608, and today I am playing StarMade. And I've heard things. Dark things. Secret things. Actually, I don't know if they're secret or dark. I don't even know if they're true. But I think I heard somebody say, shipyards got a good deal of a change to them. So let's get us some power here. And let's grab some shipyard stuff. Let's filter by shipyard. Let's get us a shipyard computer, a module, and an anchor core. And let's plop down the computer. And okay, I heard a rumor that you don't need the modules anymore. I don't know if that's true or if that's a falsehood. So we're gonna just try to plop down an anchor. And see if it'll whine about it. Alright, so okay. No design loaded, no docked ship. It's an invalid shipyard. So it looks like, yes, you still do need the shipyard modules. That was just a rumor I heard, and I'm thinking, oh, I hope this is true. Does it look different to you? Of course, it's been 1,000 years since I've used a shipyard. I don't like shipyards. What? Because they're all buggy and terrible, and they're irritating, and they get everywhere. Or is it sand? Anyway, every time I've tried to use a shipyard, it's been an entire terrible nightmare. With my ships, I don't have a common place for the bridges. Well, I usually do have a common place for the bridges, but it's usually up top. But I don't like the frame because I have to rebuild the ship every stinking time, or rebuild a new shipyard every time, and I don't think that's fun. So and they glitch out on me. They crash. They do terrible things. They say unkind things about my family members. I don't like shipyards. I like the idea of shipyards, but the execution I just don't care for. In fact, I'm just fine building blueprints. Or filling blueprints. It's like a shipyard without the extra steps. Alright. And I have me a little ship here. Whee. And let's see, can I put a shipyard? Nope. Cannot place the shipyard computer on a ship. So unless, of course, that is something in the... Hold on. Let me check this out. Let me pull up the... I'm going to my server config. Edit the server config. Alright, let me bring you along with me. No, don't look at default. Come on, there we go. Alright, here we go. The world, New World 13, protect starting, enable simulation. And current enemy spawning is true. Sector size is 10,000. Enemy spawning, that probably should be false for me. I'm not gonna, not tur. I'm not going to change anything because the game's actually running, so that's probably not a good idea. Sector size, I have mine set to 10,000. Blueprints, default bar, true. Spawning, trading. I also need to remember you can't see everything I can see. So where am I? Physics duration. Shop. Spin probability. Alright, I'm going to hit Control F. We're going to look at factories. Why factories? Because I know factories is in here somewhere. That's factory. Yeah, allow factories on ships. Which is at the very, very bottom of the thing. You can't see it because of the way I have this set up. Actually, there we go. Allow factories on ships. If you want factories on ships, you have to check that to true. So let's see, I want to do shipyard. Yup, shipyard, shipyard. Cannot find shipyard, so there's only 2 mentions of shipyard in the server configs, and there they are. 1 line, so no, it does not look like shipyards are on ships quite yet. Unless, of course, shipyard ignore structure. Okay. Alright, you got me, StarMade. Exit. Exit to desktop. I'm going to set this to true. We are going to delete all these extra spaces I put in. Whee! I wonder what ignore structure means. Does that mean I can stick it on a... Alright. Starting StarMade again probably be a good idea since this is my StarMade show. Show? I don't think I've ever called it a show before. Launch. Yes. Okay. Alright, here we go. Hide my server config. Come on, StarMade. Come on, OBS, there you go. Continue last play. Loaded, 36%. Caterpillars are wonderful until you're the prey. 65%. Come on, StarMade. There wasn't that much stuff. There we go. 0%. 0%. Oh. Alright. Now, let's hop back to creative for shipyard. Shipyard module, shipyard compute. No, it's a shop module. No, you can't place shop modules on. Yep, can't place shipyard computers on ships anyway. So I don't know what I turned on, but it was not what I thinking it should have been. Okay. So shipyards, the things I've heard about shipyards are not entirely accurate. Well, they might not be inaccurate, but they aren't accurate yet. Hope that made sense. And I don't plan on doing shipyards anytime soon. I will probably make a shipyard station, but as I've said, shipyards are horribly glitchy. I don't like them. I think every 3rd time I look at one, the server I'm on explodes, and I get blamed for it. But that was something I wanted to test, because I heard rumors that it was able to be done. But, alas, they were just that. Just rumors. I clicked on a mushroom. Anyway, of course that does lead me to my need of stations. Let's see. Because once my fleet's done, I'm gonna need stations. What stations am I gonna need? I'm gonna need I'd like a combat station, like an outpost defense type station. So station meant as, well, I guess, a defense outpost. Then I would like a trade station, basically a big warehouse with a shop module. A factory station that's independent of the trade station. So mining ships come in and out of the trade station. Let's see. Can I represent these by different things? Yeah. No. Let's see. I have my shop module here. That's going to be my trade station. And let's see here. What's another good one? Oh, this Canon computer is going to be representative of my outpost, defense outposts, and salvage computer here is going to represent my factory stations. So factory stations will, oh, well, and I also want a shipyard station. There we go. I'll pull the cannon for right now. And let's grab some pipes to show, we'll use some standard hardener. So, the supply of, our chain of supply is going to be from the mining ships, which are going to be represented by this gray block. So I have mining ships that come in, they drop material off at my factory station. The factory station processes the material, or the factories process it, break it down to ores and whatnot, and then drop it off at the factory station. The factory station sorts it and whatnot, and I want to be able to send a section off groups for sale and for use internally. Then I would like to transport some of my materials to shipyards. The shipyards will then use the materials to build ships, which will be then be used to mine more materials to get more stuff. Anyway, let's see. I don't really need that. And I'd also like to send materials from the factory to the shop. For if I'm ever on a multiplayer server again, I can make a little cash by selling materials, things like that. And I'd have freight go. Actually, I guess freight would only go one way. No, I guess I'd be buying stuff too. So I'd have freighters coming back and forth. Initially, this is going to be me in a ship going back and forth between all these places. Me mining, bringing it to the factory, letting the factory do its thing. Me taking the stuff to the shipyards. Me building the ships in the shipyards. Me going back to the factory. Me grabbing the freighter. Me taking it back to the shop. Me unloading it and loading the shop. Me grabbing the stuff from the shop into a cargo ship, taking it back to the factory. And then me coming out and building cannon computers, outpost station here, and maybe an outpost station here, and then an outpost station guarding my favorite mining patch, and an outpost station here guarding my factory. And then maybe having warp gates, depending on the distances and all that good stuff. So that's sort of the idea I have. Now, hopefully, this is what I'm hoping, the universe update makes it so I can automate this. So I'm hoping that I can set up mining ships and say, go mine for me. And they say, okay. And they go mine and they bring it back and they drop it off at the factory. I can have the factory totally automated. This is my dream. Have it totally automated so it sets up a percent to be used in the factories, a percent to be automatically be set up to be used in the shop. I want to have an automated loading and offloading system, so AI freighters come in, they dock, they get filled up, they go to the shipyard. They're assigned shipyard, because I'm probably going to have more than one shipyard. Maybe a shipyard for fighters, and maybe a shipyard over here for capital ships, and one for civilian ships, mining ships, things like that. So they'll go to their appropriate shipyard, and then come back, pick up more supplies, and ferry back and forth. I'd love to be able to have the shipyards build their own ships. It'd be nice to have like a setting of the fleet as starfighters are always maintain 17 frigates. And if you can tell one of the frigates is missing, have the shipyard automatically queue it. I'm not saying that's going to happen, I'm just saying that's what I want. And I also want a ship to come, freighter. Oh, that means I'm going to need to build a freighter, doesn't it? Anyway, a freighter to come and ferry stuff between my shops and my factories. I think that would be amazing. Then also having set up patrols, so I have a small fleet at each of these stations, and then maybe a larger fleet that kind of moves between all of them. just checking on everybody. I think that would be great if something like that happened in the universe update. I'd be so happy I couldn't see straight. But even without the automation, that's still the workflow I kind of want for stations once I get there. But we're still working on ships. But it's going to be good to have that in mind, even though we're still working on ships. Because now I just realized, well, dummy, if you want to do this, you're going to need a freighter. So at some point, I'm going to have to build a freighter. Alright. Anywho, I have been JW608. This has been me mostly rambling about StarMade. I'll dig you cats later.